Hi, everyone. Well, if there's one thing that I have learned the last 2 years of being at the Informs meeting is there is a lot that goes into it. And believe it or not, we are already well into thinking about and planning 2023 while we're here in 2022. So I have the privilege of being here with Esma and Sanjay, and you're going to be our co-chairs for 2023.
That's true.
So you've got a big job ahead of you. So
Yes.
tell us about how that all came about.
Well, we were asked to chair the next year's meeting, so we accepted happily because...
You know, I'm going to add to it. I have done a couple meetings in the past. I started with doing one, it was for the regional Chicago area event, where we brought in local people, try to promote Chicago chapter. And then the next initiative was trying to have Informs health care meeting come to US. So I think she got the drift, right? When she was approached.
Yeah.
So, Professor Mehrotra, would you want to? I could not say no.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yes.
Well, I was program chair for 2012. We are back to Phoenix again, and we were in Phoenix in 2016, I believe. I was tutorials chair back then. You know, I think it's a great service. It's a real good opportunity to be part of the program and kind of influence its quality, and so it's a great service, professional service opportunity.
It is, and I know that everyone, and we have, my gosh, we're over 6,000 people here this year. So when you think back to when you were chair before, and now here we are years later, how has it evolved? How has the meeting changed?
The meeting is huge now. So this meeting is attended by 6,000 people, and I'm looking at the camera and asking, please come to Phoenix.
7,000, 8,000.
Yes, we're hoping for a lot more members coming to Phoenix. We promise great weather. But joking aside, it was a lot smaller, over the last few years.
I remember my first meeting when I
bigger.
came was Ursa, Tim's, separate. It's 1986.
Wow.
The meetings were like this small.
You fit in one room, huh?
And now I can tell you, I come into the convention center. I am not in a single session, unfortunately. As much as I wanting to be in those sessions, I go from place to place to place, just meeting people. To me, Informs meetings is the best meeting place for all the colleagues I like to see year after year. I really look forward to coming here every year.
But the sessions are great too. We are reaching out to so many different fields now. The Informs umbrella is now including so many fields and so many new people. So we are so happy to have them on board. And we are really interested in actually reaching out to even further communities in data science and computer science. So we're very excited about the program that is shaping up in the organizing committee.
So is there anything that you could give a little sneak peek on about?
Sure. Our program chairs, esteemed Szilagyi Tinkaya and Eric Bickel, so they are working on a data science flavored theme, using data to make better decisions, and that kind of a theme attracts a lot of different people from a lot of different fields. So we're really excited about some of the different things that we could do next year. Say a few minutes.
What I would say is, and I'm echoing somebody else's sentiments as well, somebody very senior, operations research and management science can influence just about every single discipline that's out there.
Yeah.
And our effort is going to be try to be very inclusive and bring in communities that have not been to Informs before, and have them become active participants for the next year's conference, but not just next year's. From there onwards, try to see if we can use the meeting as a platform for expanding Informs to the next level.
Absolutely.
I just want to give a quick example, if I may.
Sure.
This year, in my session, my close collaborator from Mayo Clinic, he's a physician, Dr. Tom Kingsley, for example, from Mayo Clinic. It's his first Informs meeting. He's attending the meeting, and he says it's been a great experience. So I'm sure we are able to really satisfy a lot of different interests in this very large program and conference.
I'm sure you will. You just mentioned about him being the first meeting. So almost 2,000 people here. This is their first time. So what advice for someone who's contemplating coming next year for their first time, what advice would you give them about navigating this meeting?
Go to the first, I guess there's a session that we have here, first time comers.
Yes.
For sure. I think we will work together to try to make sure that those who are coming here for the first time, that session and beyond are integrated within our community.
Yeah.
It's an important aspect to bring in new members, make them be part of us. We need to be very, very welcoming, and I would say, once people are sensitized to the kind of things that we do, it serves a lot to our profession in terms of promoting it to the rest of the world.
Yes, we are trying to do everything to make them feel welcome. But other than that, my first advice is, go out there and meet people. Everybody's very friendly. They will be happy to meet you. They will be really interested in hearing about what you are working on and what your problems are. We are curious people above anything else.
To that, I would add the business meetings that happen. For all the different sections and societies, subdivisions. We want to make sure that new members, particularly first-time attendees, they attend those business meetings, because that's a great way to get integrated into the scientific aspect of the community. Those who are coming here for the first time, if they want to volunteer for things, they become part of the organization. Reach out. I just met and was talking Tom McNanty in the corridor there. I remember in '86 when I attended my first meeting. I was sharing the elevator with him, and Tom was a legend already at that time.
Yeah, what a good person to meet at the elevator.
Can you believe it? Now I'm shaking hands with Tom McNanty. At that point it was like, wow, up there somewhere, right? Yeah. You look up to individuals like that, and
Absolutely.
I think people in general have found Informs.
That's a great point, though. Subdivisions are how we tick. So it's very important for newcomers to start getting engaged with subdivisions, closer, smaller communities where they could actually have similar interests. That's very important. I'm glad that Sanjay brought it up.
Attending sessions can be sometimes, intimidating.
Yes.
You don't know the people. They're in the corridor. You're here for the first time. Wow, kind of a feeling. I remember those things too. But once I started going to the business meetings, started meeting a few people. The entire dynamic changed. We would like to be known as good people.
You are very good people. That's been my experience.
Thank you.
So I have to say, you've heard this many times, especially to those of you who are thinking about attending. The networking here is phenomenal. I keep hearing stories of lifelong relationships, mentors, that type of thing. Only other piece of advice I would give is make sure you wear really comfortable shoes.
Yes,
you can do a lot.
That's true. That's true.
So,
this conference is very big, so we do tend to walk a lot.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure to meet both of you. I'm so excited about Phoenix.
We are too.
And enjoy the rest of this conference.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nice. Appreciate it.